be flip-flop. They was from the Hermetic bloodline. The heir supposed to be a Semitic. You understand? They don't know what the hell they want to be. You understand what I'm saying? They be flip-flopping all over because they don't have if they had a solid foundation on who they are and where they come from, they wouldn't be all over the place like that. But because they don't have no origin, they all, I'm this, I'm that. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You see, you got the Israelis. They come from out of Germany. They don't got nothing to do with no goddamn Abraham. We know Abraham as a man is fictional, but in the root of the etymology, there's an occult understanding. I know the understanding. That ain't got nothing to do with you. And then people say, okay, and it is a cult, okay? When we talk occult, motherfuckers acting like no, but when they do Kabbalah and when they do Sufism and they do all their occult, you niggas want to join in like you got some type of higher knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Yes, all people speak in occult, a hidden codified language. It don't make no goddamn difference who it is. They got an occult language, and you got to know the language, or you don't know what's going on. Use it at all. Not the Arab, nor the Israeli. He's a Caucasian. He's a Caucasian. You see, that's all they is. So many of them changed their name. So many Jews changed their name, and they go exist in Europe, in America, and you would never know who they is. They got all type of posts. They got all type of posts where they say you wouldn't believe who's Jewish. Why is they saying that? Why is they saying that? Because you cannot tell them from any other Caucasian, because they are Caucasians. They originate in Caucasia. They originate in Caucasia, though they, officially I call them Uralians. They from behind the Uralian mountains. The Caucasus Mountains too far south to be their origin. They not from the Caucasus Mountains. That was just the gateway into the southern hemisphere. That's all that was. That was the gateway. People named them by the door they entered in, but that's not where they originate from. They originate far deeper up into Russia, past the Uralian mountains, on them Siberian plateaus. You see, you got the eastern and the western Siberian plateau. That's where they come from. The Turk, old Edoran, and I hope he hear me over there. You understand? Old Edoran, I know where you come from. You didn't come from right there. I hope he hear me over there. You understand? Old Edoran, I know where you come from. You didn't come from right there. What they call Turkey is, see, this is why, I lay their ass out. It's not a problem. See, what they call Turkey, when you look based on not just the Bible, the Greeks, and this, that, and the third, they say that what they call Turkey today was an extension of Africa. You see, those were some of the most northern areas of Africa. You see what I'm saying? Those, when you start talking about Troy, and even when you start talking about the Hittites, we're not talking about, because you got to look at, you can't just, when you say Hittites and you say Americans, and you talking about a very, it's a nationality, it's not a people. And so if depending on what the chronology is, when the people first went into the land, they was African. Those that established civilizations was African. And then over a course of time, just like you see in America, the populations would change over a course of time. But even what they call Turkey, how do I know that? Because I want Erdogan to know this, because when we not only does it back it up in from the Bible, even the Greeks, you got Herodotus. A lot of people say Herodotus didn't live, and that is very well may be true. But what does it tell us? That no matter whether he lived or not, the mind that put that shit together at that time, they saw them lands as being African. See, I don't give a goddamn. Herodotus ain't got to live. They say he lived, and I'm going to hold them to it. This ain't got to live. They say he lived, and I'm going to hold them to it. And they say, and so Herodotus, who is supposedly the father of European history, he said that Colossus is above Turkey. Colossus is today Georgia, in the which was a part of the Russian Federation, not Georgia in America, Georgia over above Turkey. If you look at the nation Turkey, above it, I believe, would be Georgia. And right there on the Black Sea, you understand that right there on the eastern portion of the Black Sea, that would have been the nation that they call Colchis. Okay, this is also where who was that? Was that Odysseus? Yeah, that was Odysseus that went to get the golden fleece. He went to get the golden fleece, which was in Colchis. Okay, and see, that golden fleece was the ram's fleece. So now, when I went to, I say, damn, because I went to digging deeper. I don't just say shit. I say, okay, Herodotus says that the Colossians are an Egyptian people. He said first, it was the fact that when he saw them, he knew for himself. That's what he said. He said, nobody had to tell me. I knew their culture, the way that they act, the linen that they produce. He said, "There's no doubt." He says, "No doubt that the Colossians are an Egyptian people." He said, "First, I founded this on the fact that they were black-skinned, woolly hair, thick lips, broad nose, and he said that they practiced circumcision." You see? And obviously that was something that was practiced amongst African people. You see? So it was founded. Now, we got to understand, when Herodotus was supposed to be a Greek, and the Greeks is on the Mediterranean. Ain't no, listen to me when I tell you about black. Ain't no caveman gonna get black. He gonna get red and damn near dead, but he'll never get black. You see what I'm saying? They'll get red and damn near dead, but they'll never get black. You cannot use the term black for no Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, even with a goddamn suntan. You're not gonna say. So he was a Greek. So he would have been he was a Greek. So that about the darkest of a Caucasian you're gonna get is the Greek. And I'm only saying because they close to the sun, they might get a little suntan, this, that, but they're not gonna get black. They're not gonna get black. So when he said that they were black, that's exact in the fact that the Greeks and the Romans created bases, Ethiopians and Egyptians, and they were black. So that we're not assuming that they didn't know what they was talking about. Okay, now when he said that the Colossians were Egyptian, and then I went behind him, it took me a minute, and I say, oh damn, Odysseus went to Colchis, and he had these trials. He was one of the heroes of the Grecian world, just like Hercules, and he went around the world, and he was, he had to do a lot of contests and trials and tribulations that he had to contests and things of that nature, trials and shit. And so one of his last trials, he had to bring back the golden fleece from Colchis. And see, when he got there, it was a dragon that was protecting the damn ram's fleece, but it was a ram. So when I seen it, I say, oh, that's Amen. Yeah, say, yeah. So that's Amen, because we know that the ram was sacred to Omni. So I just put them together and I say, yeah, they saying some shit, but you got to have a teacher that know and connect the dots.